Hey, Hard Charger, how are you? It's Natalie Tanasi here, and I am so excited to share with you one of the vital behaviors that I believe is vital to your leadership in this business. And that is the vital behavior of recognition. And so, just a quick little history about myself. I'm a 3-star diamond coach. I've been in the business since March of 2014, and one of the things that I have found has really fueled momentum in my business is just taking time to recognize and celebrate with people every step that it takes along the journey. So often in business or in life or for myself personally, I know that I can get really distracted by what I'm not accomplishing. And, this business is fueled with so many levels and so many paces and so many directions that people can go where it can easily be something where it can somewhat deflate them. If somebody starts in the business, or maybe you yourself have felt this way, maybe you and someone started at the same time, or you see other people accomplishing these huge accolades, or you hear of all this huge success in the national wake-up call, and you think, oh, I'm going to be there in 6 months. You think I'm going to be there in a year. You think I'm going to be there in, another time. Right behind me, you can see that right there is a check to myself for $1 million. Dated January of next year. Right now it's November. That's in 2 months. That goal isn't going to happen. I wrote that same check to myself when I was 19 and I started my first business, and I thought I was going to have one of those when I was 25. And I haven't yet. And as I looked at those big goals, it can be so easy for me to feel defeated because I didn't accomplish that. But then I would lose sight of all the things that I did accomplish. And that's why recognition is so valuable in this business, because it helps your new coaches stop and recognize the behaviors and the elements of success that they are having. And so just a few things that I really think are really important to stop and recognize in your coaches. One, you want to first start by recognizing them by making the decision to join you and your team. And that means going into the Hard Charger page, going into your diamond page or your personal page and introducing them, or all of them, showing them a ton of love, showing them this community that you're a part of. Being part of this community is one of the number one things that kept me going through hard times, or really helped me see and grow beyond what was just Beachbody. But if I didn't know the power of the community, I would have felt alone on this journey. I mean, we work behind computer screens or behind phone screens by ourselves very often. It's not like we get to go to a workplace where all of our Beachbody coaches are at live all the time. I go at least once a quarter, sometimes more often than that, to surround myself around other like-minded people that are part of this mission. But sometimes, even in the midst of that quarter, I can get like, and lose sight of it. But those elements of recognition fuel that fire in your coaches. So be sure that you introduce them to that community and you show them a ton of love for making the decision. Another thing that you can do to recognize coaches is that you can celebrate their decision to jump into training. When I first became a coach, I was way too busy for training. I was like, no way, I ain't got time for that. I didn't even have time to get on the call with my GSR. On the call for my GSR with my sponsor coach. I totally put it off. I was so annoyed by it. And it was horrible because I didn't have the belief yet in what this business could do for me and my family. And I just didn't really want to. And so the very fact that people make the decision to go into training and commit their time shows that they have belief in what they're doing. They're putting the belief in the company, in the team, in the products, because they made the decision to join and they made the decision to invest their time to learn. It's not like a paid orientation, when you get a new job. Investing in this training is something that takes time, but you want to show them how it can be a learn while you earn, so you don't have to go through training before you can start working, but it's going to be there to support you as you grow. And I hope that you've seen that through these trainings. But recognize them, go in the team pages, celebrate them and show them that you notice that they committed, tag them. When the trainings go up, say, hey, new coach, Sally Sue, I'm so excited you joined the team. Here's the training we talked about. I can't wait to see you in there and watch you grow. and then follow them. Just like I hope your coach is following you, or the team is following you as you go through this very training right now. Go in. How much do you love to see that your sponsor or that Vito or another coach on the team is reading your comments and following along with you and supporting you on that journey? That's recognition. That's recognizing them. That's part of that vital behavior. And then, of course, you want to recognize the first time that they get a customer, when they graduate from the team trainings, maybe when they first do their first post or host their first challenge. I've done that a ton of times. When a new coach of mine makes the decision to come out loud about their choice to decide to coach, and they start hosting their free groups or working on a brand or hosting a paid group, or when they start inviting and they start talking about what they're doing on their social media. I used to always call it a coming out post. You can call it whatever you want. But when they tell the world, hey, I'm a resource for you and I want to help you, and they tell some of their story, they start telling their story on their social media, go in the team page and celebrate it. Do a graphic with their name, or you can just do a post and tag them and say, I'm so proud of so-and-so. They came out loud on their social media and told their story, and I just want to celebrate them. And you can even give a link to their thing so other coaches can go and celebrate too. That's recognition. That encourages people in the behaviors that help them grow their business. Maybe it's some kind of an action you gave them. Maybe you helped them grow their network, or you gave them an action in one of your coaching calls with them and they took it. Go show them some love in the team page. We're all here to rally and support that. Your community is there to rally and support that. Of course, Success Club. Like, these are some of the no-brainers, but I also want to give you ideas on things that you can do that aren't just like rank and Success Club, because of course, recognize those people recognize your coaches and your team for when they hit Success Club, for when they help someone, when they sell their first challenge pack, when they recruit their first coach, when they participate and invite to their first sneak peek. Those are all incredible things to show and encourage and support people along the journey of growth. And that's you showing up as a leader every day in your personal team page, personally with your coaches, and also in the community, the larger community of the hard chargers. So I hope you took some tips from that and you're ready to go and find some things that you can recognize your coaches on. You can also recognize them on your personal Facebook page. Let me give you a little clue. When people see that people who follow you are having success, they want to follow you too, and they want to join in. So your personal, like you going on your personal Facebook page and talking about a new person who joined your team and is having success, shows other people that you're a leader. And it encourages them to follow you or participate or want to join your tribe, because it shows that you're having fun. Like, people love seeing when I do team events, or I take my team on retreats. We've done beach retreats, or when we're at big events and they see me celebrating with my team. But if you take that another step further, one time I shared about a coach who bought a purse that she would have never spent money on for herself, but she bought it because she made that money in Beachbody that week and she was able to go buy a guilt-free purse for herself. And I recognized that on my personal Facebook page, but it also encouraged her and showed her love, but it showed my audience too that, hey, I'm helping people solve these issues in their life, overcome things in their life. And, you can of course do that with your transformations and the social proof that I hope you're gathering. That's why it's so important to gather social proof and know the difference and the impact that you're making in your customers' lives, as well in the coaches that join you lives. And then going and celebrating that with them and showing them that, hey, no, you're not earning a 7-figure income yet. Maybe you're not earning a 6-figure or even a 4-figure income yet. Maybe you're just earning a 3-figure income, but what did that 3 figures, what did that $100 do for you this month? What did that $50 from that first challenge pack do for you this month? And celebrate that with them, because it was more $50 or $100 or $1,000 than they had last month. And now that's cause for celebration, because even though I'm the type of person that even if I made $5,000 in one paycheck, I would still look at it, or one day or one week, I would still probably look at it and say, yeah, but I want to get to that next level. And yes, it's great for people to be ambitious. That's the type of people that we attract and that we bring onto this tribe. But sometimes ambitious people can be super hard on themselves and not recognize the joy and the journey. And by you taking time to recognize that and celebrate that in your team pages and with your team and on your personal social media platforms, it fuels momentum for you and for your coaches. So make sure that that's why it's such a vital behavior. So I really hope that helped you. I can't wait to hear your takeaways and some ideas, maybe fresh ideas that you got to recognize. And I can't wait to celebrate with you as you recognize coaches and the team page. Thanks so much for tuning in, and congratulations, super fist bump, on being a leader in the Heart Chargers.